Good evening. Welcome to the Complete 540 virtual neighborhood meeting. My name is Catherine Lorbacher, and I am the Complete 540 community contact for the North Carolina Turnpike Authority. While we wish we could be with you in person, thank you for joining us virtually. On your screen, you should see a snapshot of tonight's agenda. I'll introduce our speaker and key project contacts. We will receive a short overview of the North Carolina Turnpike Authority and the Complete 540 project, go over construction activities in your area, and then answer any questions. On the phone joining us to help answer questions, we have a panel of the project team from the North Carolina Department of Transportation, the Turnpike Authority, and the Flatiron Branch joint venture. Next, I would like to introduce Dennis Jernigan, Director of Highway Operations with the North Carolina Turnpike Authority. Dennis is in charge of construction for the Complete 540 project and spent 25 years with ncdot before joining the Turnpike Authority almost 4 years ago.
Before we get into information specific to the project, I want to just briefly share a few things with you about the North Carolina Turnpike Authority. The Turnpike Authority is about more than just operating and maintaining toll facilities. In addition to the aesthetics and the other amenities that you might see specific to the toll facilities, the Turnpike Authority is also constantly looking for ways to improve safety and the driver experience, not only on our facilities, but also in collaboration and cooperation with our partners at the North Carolina Department of Transportation as well. The Turnpike Authority's network of projects across the state is growing as we continue to serve North Carolina's rapidly growing population. On your screen, you will see projects that are noted in either green, white, or blue boxes. The green projects are open to traffic, while the white and blue are in various stages of development or construction. The Turnpike Authority currently operates and maintains 2 facilities. That is the Triangle Expressway and the Monroe Expressway, and we collect tolls on the I-77 Express Lanes project. There are 2 projects that are under construction. They're shown in blue, the I-485 Express Lanes east of Charlotte, and the Complete 540 project, which is an extension of the existing Triangle Expressway. The I-77 South Express Lanes and US 74 Express Lanes boxes that you see in conjunction with the I-485 Express Lanes are part of an express lane network in the Charlotte area. Express lanes use dynamic tolling, and what that means is the toll rates change based on the demand of traffic to guarantee a minimum speed in the express lanes. So essentially, the more people that get in the express lanes, the higher the toll gets, so that you can maintain a maximum volume of traffic in the express lane, and you can guarantee a travel time from one point to the other for those who choose to use the express lane. Now let's talk more about the project. The existing Triangle Expressway extends from I-40 on the west side of Raleigh down to NC-55 around Holly Springs. Phase 1 of the Complete 540 project construction will extend the Triangle Expressway from NC-55 over to I-40 in the vicinity of the Clayton Bypass. So for motorists who are traveling from points south and east of Raleigh to the west, or for motorists traveling from the west to points south and east, 540 will offer another travel alternative without having to go into downtown Raleigh and incurring those closely spaced interchanges as well as urban congestion. But Complete 540 is not just for people who are traveling from points east and west. There will also be 17 interchanges throughout the corridor that will allow access to and from Complete 540 or the extension of the Triangle Expressway to allow and assist motorists to better get to their travel destinations. Phase 1 of the Complete 540 project consists of 3 projects, and their identifiers are shown on the bottom of the screen: R2721A, R2721B, and R2828. The R2721A project, that's our identifier through the STEP program, and it extends from NC-55 in Holly Springs over to just east of Pierce Olive Road. The R2721B project extends from that location at Pierce Olive over to just east of US 401 near Fannie Brown Road. And then the large project, the R2828, extends from there east of US 401 over to I-40, again in the vicinity of where US 70, the US 70 bypass, intersects with I-40. And the area we're talking about tonight is, of course, the Bells Lake, Westlake area, which is about a third of the way from the west through that corridor, through that Phase 1 corridor. And so you see Westlake Road, and there's a bridge I was talking about. And then as we approach Bells Lake, the Bells Lake Road, you see the configuration of the interchange that I was talking about. And so then if we go to the next slide, we're going to drop back to Westlake and take a little bit of a still shot. And you can see the bridge I was talking about that shows you that Westlake will be a flyover over NC 540. And then by going to the next slide, we'll just take a brief look at what the configuration is. And when Catherine hits the next arrow, what you'll see here is that is about, we're on your right side of your screen. I assume you saw that come in. That is about the location of the existing Oxford Green Drive. And so you can see how we've got about 500 feet of overlap down there on the right, which is, again, driving the need to close Oxford Green. So then when we go to the next slide, it's going to be the map that I was just trying to describe to you. I'm glad you're going to be able to see this now. Okay, so at the top there, around the just above the middle of the slide, you'll see Oxford Green that runs left to right. And then about a third of the way over, you'll see in red, you'll see a new connection, and it's kind of surrounded by orange. And that is the new Pony Soldier Drive connection. And again, if you look on the right, you see where the ramp and the loop is overlaying Oxford Green. And that red line that you see that crosses over Oxford Green, that is the proposed right-of-way, roughly. That is roughly the proposed right-of-way. And you can see how about 500 feet of that is being impacted. But this gives you a better idea when you see the Pony Soldier connection of how it ties into and how you would use Alphawood, Langston Circle, Maple Bottom Drive, and those streets that you saw on your map to access and get into and out of Oxford Green using the new Pony Soldier connection. One of the things that I know is on your mind tonight is noise walls. I know some of you we've talked to in public meetings, and we've also talked about it in public meetings. And we're not quite as far along with the noise wall study as we had hoped to be at this point in time, so that's actually going to stretch into next year. And so next year we should have a better idea of whether or not there will be noise walls in this area, and if so, where they would potentially be located. One thing I did want to share with you, when we sent the flyer out, the date on that flyer was November 3rd. We said on or about November 3rd. And what has happened within the last couple of days is we have come across a utility issue that we're going to have to deal with, and it's actually going to push this work as far as the closing of Oxford Green and the opening of Pony Soldier Drive. It's actually going to push that into probably around mid-December, plus or minus. So I wanted to go ahead and tell you that sheet. And when Catherine clicks the advanced arrow, you're going to see Bells Lake show up on the right. And again, this is just a different way to show you a visualization of where existing Oxford Green Drive is and the overlay for our plans and how those intersect each other. And then when she goes to the next slide, what you'll see here is Oxford Green and the Pony Soldier connection. So when she clicks, you'll see Oxford Green on the left. It will show up in an animation on the left there. And then Pony Soldier currently at the next click, she'll show you when she clicks, that's where it ends, the left side of that green line. And then that dotted line shows you where we're tying in. So again, this is just a different view of the same thing. If you're used to seeing plans, then maybe this is a little more helpful than the last one. And then the last slide that I had to share with you, this is the map that was distributed to you. And this shows you the accesses depending on whether you're going west, whether you're going east, north, or south. You can kind of get an idea of the best way to get out. If you're on Oxford Green and you're going to points more south and east, then you would take Alphawood down to Henderson and Optimus Farm. If you were going south and west, you would take that same route but go to the right out toward Westlake Road. And then if you were going to the points north and east, when you came out, instead of taking Alphawood, you'd stay on Maple Bottom over to Langston. And then, of course, with the new Westlake Road Bridge, which would be on your top left, then you'd have a way to get up to 1010 and points north and east or west from there. I think that is my last slide, Catherine. I think I turn it back over to you now.
Thank you, Dennis. In general, safety is the most important concern for our construction team as well as the Turnpike Authority. Please use caution in and around construction zones at all times. And since the work is so close to your neighborhood, please keep children away from any specifically delineated construction zones. On your screen, you will see various options for ways to get in contact with the project team should you have any follow-up questions or concerns. For more information on the Complete 540 project, please visit ncdot.gov/complete540. We will be posting the presentation within the next week or so. If you would like to email us, you can reach us at complete540@ncdot.gov, or feel free to give us a call at 1-800-554-7849. Or you can follow us on Twitter at ncturnpike or at @NC_QuickPass.